Good evening everyone and welcome to the 6 o'clock news. I'm Rex.
And I'm Rita. You know, Rex, I still can't believe you wore that tie again.
What's wrong with my tie? It's a classic look.
It's just a little outdated. I mean, I don't see anyone else wearing ties that wide anymore.
Well, maybe they should be. It's a bold statement piece.
Or maybe it's just a little too much. I'm just saying, maybe it's time to update your wardrobe a bit.
I'll have you know that this tie has been in my family for generations. It's a family heirloom.
Okay, I get it. I won't say anything else about your tie. But seriously, we've got some important stories to cover tonight, so let's get started.
In a stunning turn of events, a local cat named Whiskers has become the new mayor of the small town of Pursville. The feline beat out the incumbent human mayor, Bob Smith, by a landslide in the recent election. Residents of Pursville are thrilled with the new mayor, touting Whiskers' leadership skills and ability to communicate with other animals. However, things took a strange turn when it was revealed that Whiskers is actually a shape-shifting alien from a far-off planet. In an exclusive interview, Whiskers explained that he came to Earth to observe human politics but fell in love with Pursville and decided to stay. The town council was shocked but ultimately decided to allow Whiskers to continue his reign as mayor, stating that they have always been open to diversity and embracing new perspectives. The only concern now is what other secrets may be lurking in Pursville's seemingly innocent pet population. In a stunning turn of events, local resident Jack Sprout has allegedly discovered a magic beanstalk in his backyard. According to Sprout, he stumbled upon the beanstalk while taking out the compost, and to his surprise, it quickly grew to be over 100 feet tall. After climbing to the top, Sprout claims to have found a castle made of gold with a giant guarding it. The giant, who identified himself as Andre the Kind, revealed that he had been waiting for someone to come and claim his treasure. Sprout said he was hesitant at first, but the giant eventually convinced him to take as much gold as he could carry. Local authorities have been notified of the situation but have not yet been able to confirm Sprout's story. However, Sprout insists that the beanstalk is still growing and that he plans on making another trip up to visit Andre and claim more riches. We will keep you updated on any further developments. A plane recently attempted to fly over a body of troubled water, but had to make an emergency landing when they were unable to wade through the turbulence. Passengers were all safe and sound, despite having to make a splash landing.
In a stunning turn of events, a local cat named Mr. Whiskers has set the world record for most pizza eaten in one sitting. Mr. Whiskers, known for his love of human food, was left alone in the house with several pizzas while his owners were out of town. When they returned, they were shocked to find that Mr. Whiskers had consumed 9 whole pizzas by himself. They rushed him to the vet, but to everyone's surprise, Mr. Whiskers was perfectly fine. He had just achieved a new world record. However, the twist in the story came when it was discovered that the pizzas were actually vegan and made entirely of vegetables and a tofu-based cheese. Mr. Whiskers had unknowingly become the poster cat for a new plant-based pizza company, and his owners were offered a lucrative sponsorship deal for his future pizza-eating endeavors. Local man, Bob Jones, has made a shocking claim that he can now communicate with plants after eating nothing but broccoli for an entire year. Jones says that his enhanced abilities began to manifest shortly after transitioning to a broccoli-only diet, which he insists has provided him with all of the nutrients that his body needs. When asked how he communicates with plants, Jones claims that he simply speaks to them and they respond telepathically. He demonstrated this ability by conversing with a nearby fern, who apparently told him that it was feeling a bit parched. While many are skeptical of Jones's claims, he has gained a devout following of fellow broccoli enthusiasts who are eager to adopt his dietary habits in order to communicate with nature. Now let's go to our field reporter to see what's going on around town.
So, Jeb, tell me what you saw when Pete and Repeat were arrested by the police.
I saw it all from my windows. The police pulled up and the two of them walked out peacefully. It all happened so quickly, the police didn't even have time to explain why they were arresting them.
So they were arrested without any explanation?
Yeah, the police just told them to come with them and that was it. It was really weird.
You heard it here first. Now back to the studio.
Good morning, Rex and Rita. I am here today to showcase a very interesting new product called the Bear Buddy.
Oh boy, here comes another weird and useless product. What's so special about a stupid bear statue, Rick?
Well, Rex, the Bear Buddy is not just an ordinary bear statue. It is a cutting-edge companion designed to bring joy and comfort to your life.
Rick, let's be honest here. It's just a glorified toy for lonely adults, isn't it?
Not at all, Rita. The Bear Buddy has advanced technology that allows it to interact with its owner.
Interact? You mean it talks?
Absolutely, Rex. It has a built-in voice recognition system and responds to voice commands. You can even have a conversation with it.
Oh, great. Now I can talk to a stuffed bear instead of having real friends. Fantastic idea, Rick.
Well, Rex, some people may find comfort in the Bear Buddy's company. It's meant to be a source of emotional support.
Emotional support? Please. We all know it's a gimmick. Who needs a huggable bear when you can have real human interaction?
Exactly, Rita. This product is just another way for companies to exploit people's loneliness and make a quick buck.
Guys, I understand your skepticism, but the Bear Buddy is actually gaining popularity among those looking for comfort and companionship. It's not for everyone, but it certainly has its market.
Well, count me out of that market. I'd rather spend my money on something useful.
Agreed, Rick. I think it's safe to say that the Bear Buddy won't be on our shopping list anytime soon.
Fair enough, Rex and Rita. The Bear Buddy might not be for everyone, but for those who want a companion with a cute bear twist, it's an option worth considering.
In a world first, game developer Banana Gaming has harnessed the power of the humble banana for its latest release, Pure Quest. Using a revolutionary new technology developed by banana industry scientist, Dr. Kumquat, players can now control their characters using the electrical impulses generated by the potassium-rich fruit. It's a game changer, says lead developer, Johnny Appleseed. Literally. You can now control your character simply by holding a banana and making small movements with your hand. The technology, which Banana Gaming has dubbed Banana Troller, uses a special conductive film that is applied to the banana, allowing it to communicate with the game console wirelessly. According to Appleseed, the team has big plans for the technology, including the ability to control multiple characters at once using different bananas, and even the ability to create custom bananas using 3D printing. The possibilities are endless, he says. Who knows what the future holds for banana-powered gaming?
Let's see what's happening with the weather.
As the winds pick up and the dark clouds roll in, many of us might feel uneasy or even frightened. But fear not, my friends, for this is a time of opportunity. Embrace the storm and let it fuel your ambition. Let the lightning illuminate your path and the thunder shake you to your core. You are one with the storm, and together you will conquer all obstacles. So go forth, and make your mark on this world. For only in the eye of the hurricane will you find true success and greatness. Now go forth, and show the world what you are made of.
We've come to the end of today's top stories. Join us next time, when we'll be reporting from outer space, with the help of our alien friend, Bob. Good evening, everyone. I'm Rex, and I'm here with the lovely Rita.
Thank you, Rex. You know, it's not often you get to work with such a dashing co-anchor.
Flattery will get you nowhere, Rita. I know you just want to borrow my pen again. You always lose your own.
Excuse me? I do not always lose my pen. You're the one who can't keep track of his stapler.
My stapler is exactly where it needs to be, thank you very much. Unlike your pen, which is probably lost somewhere in your hair.
Ha ha, Very funny. At least I don't have to worry about my hair looking like a bird's nest every morning.
Oh, you're just jealous of my fabulous hair. It takes a lot of work to look this good.
I think you mean it takes a lot of hairspray. I can smell it from here.
Well, at least I don't look like a drowned rat in the rain.
Hey, my hair is all natural. Can't say the same for your spray-on tan.
Okay. Let's get to the news before we start a war. Tonight's top story. The cows at Bessie's farm have filed a complaint with the local authorities after the nearby cheese factory, run by the jolly farmer named Mr. Cheddar, played music too loudly during a cheese-making session. The cows claimed that the music was so loud, it caused them to produce sour milk. The cheese factory owner claims that the cows were simply grooving to the beat and that it actually improved the quality of the cheese. The local authorities are investigating the matter and have ordered Mr. Cheddar to turn down the volume during cheese-making hours. Mr. Red Potato had been looking forward to the 9th annual small-town potato eating contest for weeks. However, on the day of the event, he awoke with a deep regret. As he entered the event, he realized that his passion for potatoes had gone too far and he sadly announced his late decision to be a vegetarian. Everyone in the crowd was stunned, and in a dramatic turn of events, he was declared the winner because he was one of the only remaining participants. After the event, Mr. Red Potato donated the prize money to a local animal sanctuary, making sure to stick to his newfound lifestyle. Marianne mayhem seemed to come out of nowhere. On one cold winter day, a group of children were playing outside and noticed their sled had gone missing. In mere moments, Marianne had appeared with the missing sled in hand and a smile on her face. When asked how she had retrieved the sled so quickly, Marianne motioned to the mask she was wearing and said in masked heroine, "I just saved the day, literally." The children thanked Marianne and began to sled down the hill with their recovered item. Afterward, the cartoon-like heroine vanished into thin air, leaving the children in awe of her heroic prowess. Needless to say, the kids will never forget this masked marvel and her amazing accomplishment.
In a surprising turn of events, local woman, Jane Smith, won the annual hot dog eating contest in her town after mistakenly thinking the hot dogs were actually carrots. Smith, a vegetarian, signed up for the contest as a joke with her friends but was shocked to find out what food she would be consuming. However, being the competitive person she is, Smith decided to try her best and ate 30 hot dogs in just 10 minutes. The previous record was 25 hot dogs, held by the reigning champion, Bob Johnson. After being declared the winner, Smith revealed her secret to the judges and the audience. The crowd was amazed and left in hysterics. Smith, who never thought she would eat a hot dog in her life, is now the talk of the town and even received a sponsorship deal with a local restaurant which serves vegetarian hot dogs. A daring panda bear made a daring escape from its enclosure at the local zoo yesterday, causing a sensation among animal lovers and onlookers. Despite attempts from zoo staff to contain the fugitive, the bear managed to find its way out of the zoo gates and embarked on a mischievous exploration of the local town. Much to the surprise of the local community, the panda bear wandered around town, sampling delicious snacks from street vendors, giving children hugs, and even taking a break for a nap in the shade of a park tree. After several hours, a zookeeper was finally able to tranquilize the panda bear and return it to the safety of its enclosure. The hilarious escapade became the talk of the town, and the zoo staff have since declared the mischievous bear a local celebrity. Panda bear causes pandemonium at local zoo. Now let's go to our field reporter to see what's going on around town.
Jeb, can you tell us what you saw at the local bar today?
Sure. It was unbelievable. I was there having a beer, and all of a sudden a busload of penguins descended on the bar. It was so strange and so funny.
That's incredible. Did anyone catch where the bus came from or where the penguins traveled from?
Not sure, but there was an old man driving the bus. He seemed to be in a rush, so he didn't stick around long enough for anyone to ask questions. Everyone else was too busy gawking at the adorable penguins.
You heard it here first. Now back to the studio.
Good morning, Rex and Rita. Today, I'm here to showcase a rather interesting new product called the Illumi Desk Lamp.
Oh, great. Another lamp. Just what the world needed.
Exactly, Rex. I mean, who even needs more light in their lives? It's not like we're living in the dark ages.
Well, this is not just any ordinary lamp. The Illumi Desk Lamp is designed to revolutionize your workspace lighting.
Revolutionize. Rick, you can't be serious. It's just a lamp.
But this lamp comes with a built-in AR feature that adjusts the lighting color and intensity based on your task and mood.
Oh, fantastic. Now I can have a lamp that tells me what color lighting I need to see my computer screen or read a book. How did we ever live without this?
I'm sorry, Rick, but who on earth needs their lamp to match their mood? Is it going to start playing soothing music too?
Well, actually, the Illumi Desk Lamp does have a Bluetooth speaker built in, so you can enjoy some background music while working.
Oh, my goodness. Just what I always wanted, a lamp that doubles as a DJ. What an incredible invention.
I can't believe we're wasting time on this. Can we please move on to something actually worth talking about?
I understand your skepticism, but the Illumi Desk Lamp aims to enhance productivity and create a pleasant work environment.
I'm sorry, Rick, but I think I'll stick to my regular, non-judgmental lamps.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Rita.
Last month, local man Jack stumbled upon a magical video game controller that has transformed his life. Jack, who used to be a mediocre gamer, now spends all his time playing video games and has become a professional gamer overnight. The controller has changed the way he plays games, allowing him to boost his skills and climb the ranks. Jack claims that the controller feels like an extension of his own body and he can execute flawless moves with ease. He even says that the controller has the power to read his mind, preempting his every move. Jack has not left his house in weeks and plays games non-stop. We asked Jack's mom, who has started to worry about his new obsession, what she thinks of Jack's newfound success. She responded, "I'm just glad he's found something he's good at. Plus, he's making more money playing video games than he ever did at his old job." Jack now makes a living from playing video games and has even been invited to compete in national gaming competitions. We reached out to the makers of the controller, who refused to comment on the magical device. Jack, however, is grateful for his miraculous discovery and plans to use his gaming skills to change the world. He says, "I want to be the best, and with this controller, I know I can achieve anything."
Let's see what's happening with the weather.
Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves for a weather phenomenon like no other. Today, as the sun rises, the sky will be veiled in a swirling blanket of ominously dark clouds. The air will be thick with a bone-chilling gust, carrying with it a foreboding sense of despair. But fear not, for within this eerie chaos lies an opportunity. Embrace the darkness, for it is in the shadows where true growth can be found. As the thunder rumbles and the rain pours down, let the sound of it drown out your doubts and awaken your inner demons. Yes, my friends, today's weather brings with it a chance to revel in your deepest fears and emerge stronger, more twisted than you ever thought possible. So, don't shy away from the storm.
We've come to the end of today's top stories. Join us next time, when we'll be reporting from outer space, with the help of our alien friend, Bob. Good evening, Rita. You seem a little tense today.
And you seem a little too happy. Did you have too much coffee this morning?
Hey, I always come to work with a positive attitude.
I know, and it's irritating.
What's eating you, Rita? You didn't get your beauty sleep or something?
No, I just don't like how you rearranged the papers on my desk.
Oh, come on. I was just trying to be helpful.
Well, you could have asked first.
Okay, noted. From now on I'll ask for permission to touch your desk.
Good. And stay away from my stapler too.
No problem, I'll bring my own from now on.
I'm not joking, Rex.
Neither am I, Rita. Let's get started with the news. In a bizarre turn of events, local resident Jane Smith claims to have developed the ability to teleport after drinking a strange herbal tea. According to Smith, she purchased the tea from a street vendor and brewed it at home. After drinking the tea, she felt a strange sensation and suddenly found herself transported to the other side of the room. Since then, Smith has been testing her newfound ability by teleporting short distances. She has also gained the attention of local scientists and officials, who are studying her unique ability. However, things took a surprising turn when it was revealed that the tea vendor was actually a disguised alien from a planet where everyone possesses the ability to teleport. The vendor had accidentally left a batch of teleportation tea on Earth, causing a chain reaction that gave Smith and a few others temporary teleportation powers. The aliens have since retrieved the remaining tea and apologized for the mix-up, leaving Smith to wonder if she will ever be able to teleport again. In the wake of a nationwide yeast shortage, local bakery owner, Bob, has found a creative solution to keep his business afloat. With limited yeast supplies and a plethora of flour and water, Bob has begun baking flatbreads and crackers instead of his usual loaves of bread. The new menu items have proven to be a hit among customers, who are grateful to still be able to satisfy their carb cravings. Bob has even started a social media campaign with the hashtag. A local man, Harold, claims to have invented a working invisibility cloak. He says he was inspired by Harry Potter and his desire to sneak into places undetected. When asked why he chose to use it to steal cookies from the grocery store, Harold responded, "Well, who doesn't love cookies?" The store owner, Mrs. Smith, was shocked when she caught Harold red-handed stealing the cookies. She had no idea how he was doing it until he accidentally revealed himself when attempting to reach for a box of Oreos on the top shelf. Mrs. Smith initially called the police but changed her mind when Harold explained his invention. Instead, she struck a deal with him. He could keep the cookies if he gave her the invisibility cloak. Harold reluctantly agreed and handed over the cloak. But it turns out, Mrs. Smith was actually a secret government agent who had been tracking Harold's invisibility cloak. She promptly arrested him and took him into custody. It is unclear what will happen to Harold or the invisibility cloak now.
A feline-loving family in upstate New York recently experienced an odd occurrence when their beloved pet cat took to the air during a thunderstorm. According to the family, the normally calm cat, named Alfie, became incredibly agitated as soon as the thunder began and proceeded to leap from the ground, only to hover a few feet above it. As the storm became more intense, Alfie began to shift about the room, lapping up the electricity in the air and eventually settling on the family's sofa. Though Alfie has since returned to normal, the family remains baffled and a bit concerned over the strange phenomenon. Now let's go to our field reporter to see what's going on around town.
Jeb, thank you so much for joining us. Can you tell us what you saw at the scene?
Sure thing. It was quite a sight. I saw cats and dogs almost about to come to blows, but just as it was about to get physical, someone stepped in to defuse the situation.
Can you tell us who did so?
It was a Labrador retriever. The cats and dogs both calmed down at the sight of this canine. It is like the retriever was attempting to be a mediator.
Wow, what a show of goodwill. So, did the retriever have any luck in calming down the cats and dogs?
Absolutely. After a few moments, cooler heads seemed to prevail and it was like the cats and dogs had just been in a heated argument, rather than about to start a war.
You heard it here first. Now back to the studio.
Welcome back to the show, folks. I'm here with a really interesting product that just hit the market. It's called a half-witch.
Half-witch? Seriously, Rick? Who came up with that name? It sounds like a sandwich that couldn't commit.
Exactly, Rex. And look at it. It's literally just half a sandwich. Who would buy this?
Well, Rex and Rita, The half-witch is designed for those who want a snack and don't want to commit to a full sandwich.
But Rick, can't you just cut a regular sandwich in half yourself? Why do we need a special product for that?
And look at the price tag on this thing. It's ridiculous. Who would pay for half a sandwich when they could get a whole one for the same price?
Well, Rex and Rita, some people might find it convenient to have pre-cut sandwiches. It's all about choice and variety.
Convenient? More like a lazy excuse for a meal. I can't believe anyone would actually buy into this gimmick.
I agree, Rex. It's just another unnecessary product trying to make a quick buck. I wouldn't waste my money on it.
Well, while you two may not be fans, I'm sure there are people out there who can appreciate the half-witch's unique concept. And who knows, maybe it will find its niche.
In a stunning display of endurance, 16-year-old Alex Smith has achieved what many thought was impossible. He has broken the world record for the longest gaming session ever. Starting at noon on Saturday, Alex began playing his favorite game, Galactic Warfare 3, with the intention of playing for as long as he possibly could. What followed was a marathon session of epic proportions. Alex played for a total of 72 straight hours, pausing only for quick bathroom breaks and the occasional snack. When Alex was finally forced to end his epic gaming session, he had amassed an incredible score of 10 million points, a record that is unlikely to ever be surpassed. "I didn't think it was possible," said Alex's mother, who monitored his health throughout the marathon gaming session. But Alex just kept going and going. He didn't stop for anything. And it wasn't just Alex's gameplay that was impressive during his marathon session. He also managed to consume an incredible amount of snacks, including 6 bags of chips, 2 boxes of pizza, and a dozen energy drinks. When asked how he managed to keep going for so long, Alex attributed his success to a combination of pure determination and an unwavering love of Galactic Warfare 3. "I just couldn't stop playing," he said. "It's like the game became a part of me." While some may question the sanity of playing video games for 72 hours straight, there's no denying that Alex has achieved a feat that most gamers can only dream of. And who knows? With the right training and dedication, it's entirely possible that someone might someday beat his incredible score.
Let's see what's happening with the weather.
Hello, viewers. It's your old pal Dan, here to give you yet another thrilling weather update. And by thrilling, I mean completely depressing. Today's weather can best be described as a bleak and unending void of despair. Clouds will hang heavy in the sky, like the weight of my own self-doubt. It will rain, but not just any rain. Oh no, this will be a torrential downpour, as if the heavens themselves are crying out in agony. The winds will howl like a pack of wild dogs, reminding me of my own isolation and lack of friends. And don't even get me started on the thunder and lightning. It will be so intense, it will feel as if the end of the world is nigh. You may hear me say that the sun will come out tomorrow, but let's be real, it probably won't. I mean, what are the odds? Bring an umbrella, a raincoat, and maybe even a helmet. Stay safe out there, folks. Or don't, it's not like anybody cares about me anyway.
We've come to the end of today's top stories. Join us next time, when we'll be reporting from outer space, with the help of our alien friend, Bob. Good evening, I'm Rex.
And I'm Rita. Can you believe Rex didn't bring me a coffee this morning?
Oh, here we go. I brought you one yesterday.
Yesterday was yesterday. I need my caffeine fix every day.
I'm sorry, I was busy prepping for the news. Maybe you should try being productive sometime.
Maybe you should try being a decent human being sometime.
Ouch, that hurt. But let's get started with the headlines, shall we? In a stunning turn of events, a pet dog named Fluffy has become an overnight sensation after winning the international chess tournament against some of the world's best players. Fluffy, a 5-year-old golden retriever, was not originally registered for the tournament but managed to sneak in and defeat all opponents with ease. According to witnesses, Fluffy would tilt its head to the side and bark every time it made a winning move. The tournament judges initially disqualified Fluffy, but after seeing the video of its impressive performance, they recognized its talent and crowned Fluffy the new champion. The owners of Fluffy, the Johnson family, say they had no idea their dog was even interested in chess and are now considering entering it into other tournaments. Fluffy is said to be celebrating its victory with a nice juicy bone and an extra long belly rub. Matthew Johnson, a local resident, was rushed to the hospital yesterday after a wild pillow fight turned dangerous. According to witnesses, Johnson was pummeled by his opponent's pillow, which was stuffed with hard objects instead of the usual feathers. Johnson was hit so hard that he lost consciousness and had to be carried out of the room on a stretcher. The other participant, Tom Smith, was reportedly taken into custody by police and charged with assault with a deadly weapon. Johnson's family says he is in stable condition but is expected to have a long road to recovery. In a shocking turn of events, local man Jerry Smith has announced that he has discovered the secret to eternal youth. After years of research and experimentation, Smith claims that he has found the solution to aging. When asked about his discovery, Smith explained that he stumbled upon a magic potion while hiking in the woods. He drank the potion and noticed that his wrinkles disappeared and his hair grew back. Smith has been drinking the potion every day for the past decade and he looks like a teenager. His discovery has attracted the attention of scientists from around the world who want to study the potion and replicate its effects. However, in a surprising twist, Smith revealed that the potion was actually a mixture of Kool-Aid and hair tonic. "I can't believe nobody figured it out sooner," Smith laughed. "I've been playing everyone for fools." While disappointed scientists have called for an investigation into Smith's claims, he has taken his newfound fame in stride, auctioning off the secret recipe for millions of dollars.
It was a celebration fit for a furry king. On Thursday, local resident George's dog, Otis, celebrated his first birthday with a spectacular cake made just for him. With the help of a few friends, George created a two-tiered cake made of all Otis' favorite things: organic peanut butter, carrots, and sweet potatoes. As expected, Otis couldn't contain his excitement when he saw the cake and quickly devoured all of it in mere minutes. Despite the current bleak news, it was heartwarming to witness this moment of joy. Here's to Otis, who made us all smile with his adorable celebration. Happy birthday, little pup. Scientists from the Uranus Institute of Planetary Research, UIPR, a world-renowned organization based in northern Canada, have made an exciting discovery after sending a deep space probe to study the planet Uranus. It's made of cookies. Led by renowned astrophysicist Dr. Magda Quimby, the mission aimed to determine what materials make up the outer layers of the planet beyond its clouds. After the probe returned with its scans and readings, the UIPR scientists were shocked to discover that the outer layers were composed of several different types of cookies. "When I initially looked at the readings, I could hardly believe it," Dr. Quimby reminisced. "The research team had a hard time believing it until we followed up with additional scans and readings that confirmed what the first readings had suggested. We're confident that our results are accurate, and we can now officially confirm that Uranus is made of cookies," she added. "The findings are groundbreaking and have completely changed our understanding of Uranus, as well as of planetary science as a whole." Scientists are still working to determine exactly how the cookies got there and what types of cookies the planet is composed of, but researchers are confident that it's only a matter of time before the mystery is solved. Now let's go to our field reporter to see what's going on around town.
Jeb, what did you witness out on the streets today?
Well, I was walking near the park when I saw a herd of cows taking over the streets. They were literally everywhere. It was absolutely utterly amusing.
That must have been an incredible sight. How did people react?
Everyone had a good laugh. It was a peaceful invasion, thankfully. The cows didn't seem to cause any trouble, so everyone just stood back and watched.
Amazing. Did anyone try to move the cows along?
Yes, the police were called in to help, but they eventually gave up. The cows just wouldn't move no matter how hard they tried. Everyone eventually just accepted that the cows were taking over the city and went on with their day.
What a remarkable story. Thanks for sharing, Jeb. You heard it here first. Now back to the studio.
Good morning, Rex and Rita. I'm here today to showcase a truly unique product called the Blend Master 3000.
Oh boy, here we go. Another ridiculous invention for lazy people, right Rick?
I can't wait to hear what this one does. Probably blends your smoothie and drives you to work at the same time.
Well, it doesn't exactly do that, Rita. But the Blend Master 3000 is designed to revolutionize the way we blend our ingredients.
Revolutionize. Really? Because I'm pretty sure the regular blender has been doing just fine for decades.
Yeah, Rip, we already have blenders that can crush ice and make smoothies. So, pray tell, what makes this Blend Master 3000 any different?
I'm glad you asked, Rita. The Blend Master 3000 not only blends your ingredients but also analyzes them scientifically to create the perfect taste.
Analyzes? Are we supposed to believe this blender has a PhD in flavorology now? Give me a break.
So, Rick, does this magical blender also do your taxes and give life advice while it's at it?
Well, no, it doesn't do that. But it does come with a smart display that suggests recipes based on your mood and the weather outside.
Oh wow. Finally, a blender that can decide what I should have for breakfast. What a time to be alive.
Rick, I'm sorry, but this Blend Master 3000 sounds more like a blend of uselessness and pure gimmicks if you ask me.
Well, Rex and Rita, while you may not be sold on it, the Blend Master 3000 has already gained a loyal following. Sometimes innovation takes us in unexpected directions.
The video game industry has teamed up with NASA to create a new game like no other, called Galactic Explorers. Utilizing technology developed by NASA to train astronauts, players will be able to experience the galaxy like never before. The game will come with a special controller, modeled after the controls used in NASA spacecraft, allowing players to pilot spacecraft through space and land on planets. The game's design team worked closely with NASA engineers to ensure that the game accurately portrays the physics and realities of space exploration. The game also includes realistic spacewalks and the ability to repair damaged spacecraft. Players will be able to use real-life NASA data to explore real planets and moons, as well as a few fictional ones. The game is set to be released next year and has already garnered high praise from gamers and space enthusiasts alike.
Let's see what's happening with the weather.
Well folks, here we are again. Another day, another apocalypse. The sky is turning a lovely shade of green and I swear I saw a flying cow earlier. Don't worry about packing for your vacation, because it looks like Mother Nature is going to do it for you. We've got acid rain, hail the size of basketballs, and winds strong enough to blow your toupee off. And that's just the beginning. Who knows what other crazy weather patterns are headed our way? I certainly don't, because no one tells me anything around here. But that's alright, I'll just stand here in my little weatherman bubble and ramble on about the end of the world. It's not like anyone will listen to me anyways. I mean, who would trust the guy who can barely predict tomorrow's weather? So enjoy the rest of your day, folks. It may be your last.
We've come to the end of today's top stories. Join us next time, when we'll be reporting from outer space, with the help of our alien friend, Bob. Good evening, I'm Rex. Are you ready to give our audience the news, Rita?
Of course, Rex. It's what we do every night.
I just noticed you're wearing the same color tie as me tonight, Rita.
Oh no, Rex. You're wearing blue and I have on purple.
No, Rita, your tie is definitely blue, just like mine.
Well, Rex, those glasses of yours must be messing with your vision, because my tie is definitely purple.
I think we need a tiebreaker to settle this, Rita.
Ha! Very clever, Rex. Let's just get on with the news.
Mayor Brantley Bopp of Hillside, Nebraska was arrested this morning on multiple fraud charges after it was discovered he had been running a multi-million-dollar Ponzi scheme using the town's budget. Investigation revealed that Bopp had been using the town's budget to create a web of false investments and businesses, promising grand returns to unsuspecting citizens that never came. He had been diverting money from the town's budget to fund his fraudulent activities, and had stolen millions of dollars from unsuspecting victims. When Bopp appeared in court today, he did not deny the charges and in fact, confessed guiltily, stating that he had done what he did for his own personal gain. He had been appointed mayor of the small Nebraska town just 5 years ago and had used the position's influence to carry out the scheme. Though the citizens of Hillside are in shock, a sense of community pride has started to emerge from the tragedy. By speaking out, the townspeople have taken it upon themselves as a community to come together and make sure justice is served for Bopp's victims. In a possum feat of feline athleticism, Mr. Whiskers, a 3-year-old Siamese cat from a local home in the small town of Fluffington, has successfully scaled Mount Everest. Mr. Whiskers' owner, Mrs. Fluffy, said that she had always known her cat had a hidden talent for climbing ever since he climbed the kitchen curtains as a kitten. Mrs. Fluffy recalled Mr. Whiskers disappearing for a few weeks and being worried sick. She only found out about his epic climb after receiving a postcard from him, saying he had finally reached the summit. However, the twist in the story is that Mr. Whiskers did not climb the mountain alone. He was accompanied by a team of highly trained mountain climbers who specialize in guiding animals up the treacherous mountain. The team, led by an experienced guide named John, had been training Mr. Whiskers for months in preparation for the climb. John said that it was an honor to be part of such a historic achievement and that Mr. Whiskers was a natural climber. The team plans to start offering expeditions for cats and other animals to climb Mount Everest as well. Mr. Whiskers has reported that he is taking a much-needed nap and plans to enjoy the view before starting his descent. Fast food giant Burger King announced their latest hire today, the iconic Rosie the Riveter. In her new role, Rosie will be overseeing the company's production line and helping to ensure that their products are made with the highest level of quality. Rosie is best known as the face of American feminism in the 1940s, with her illustration being famously used to encourage women to work in the homefront industry. To commemorate her new role, Burger King is rolling out a special Rosie the Riveter food bundle, featuring their classic French fries, onion rings and a classic Whopper burger. "We are thrilled to have Rosie join us," said Burger King CEO, John Smith. "Her unwavering commitment to excellence and dedication to her craft is an inspiration to us all. We look forward to the success that Rosie will bring to our company."
Last weekend, the annual Brussels sprout eating contest took place at the town's community centre. The competition, which has been a tradition for over a decade, drew in hundreds of spectators eager to see who would come out as the champion. Local man, Johnny Johnson, surprised everyone by breaking the world record and consuming 642 Brussels sprouts in just 1 minute. The previous record of 618 sprouts, set by international competitive eater Joey Chestnut, had stood since 2016. Johnson's feat was truly remarkable, considering he had never competed in a food challenge before. When asked about his strategy, Johnson said he had been training for months by eating copious amounts of vegetables and practicing his chewing speed. As the winner, Johnson received a trophy and a year's supply of Brussels sprouts. His next challenge? The World Haggis Eating Championship in Scotland. Now let's go to our field reporter to see what's going on around town.
So, Jeb, tell me exactly what you saw when you came across this local man living in a mysterious bubble.
Well, I was out for a walk and suddenly I saw this bubble in the middle of a field. I didn't know what was going on, so I got a little closer and I saw this man just sitting there inside the bubble. It was really strange.
Wow, that sounds extraordinary. What did you do next?
Well, I shouted a few times to try and get his attention, but he just kept sitting there motionless. I guess he must have been in a trance or something. Eventually I decided it was time to call the authorities.
Amazing. What was the reaction when the police arrived?
They were just as confused as I was at first. They had to break the bubble open to get the guy out. He was completely unresponsive, and they took him away in an ambulance.
You heard it here first. Now back to the studio.
Welcome back to our daytime news segment, folks. I'm Rick, and today I have something truly bizarre to show you.
Oh, I can't wait to see what kind of weirdness you've brought us today, Rick.
Yeah, Rick, you always seem to bring the strangest things. I hope it's at least slightly more interesting than the last one.
Well, Rex and Rita, prepare yourselves because I have in my hands the latest breakthrough in home decor. Meet the bearable.
Bearable? Is that some kind of teddy bear?
Not quite, Rex. The bearable is a small bear statue, designed to add a touch of quirkiness to your living space.
Oh, please, Rick. A bear statue? How on earth is that innovative or even remotely interesting?
Well, Rita, it may not sound groundbreaking, but the bearable has a unique feature. It's not just a statue.
A Bluetooth speaker in the shape of a bear? That's seriously stretching it, Rick. How tacky can you get?
I understand your skepticism, but think about it. The bearable combines functionality and cuteness. Plus, it's compatible with all your devices for seamless connectivity.
Seamless connectivity. Rick, it's a bear statue. Who even needs a bear-shaped speaker in their life?
Well, Rita, some people enjoy unusual and whimsical items. And if you're a fan of unique home decor, the bearable might be just what you're looking for.
You know, Rick, when it comes to weird products, you never disappoint. But I think I'll pass on the bearable. It's just not my cup of tea.
That's completely understandable, Rex. The bearable isn't for everyone. But for those looking to add a touch of fun and functionality to their homes, it might be worth considering.
In a feat that has left gamers around the world baffled, local woman Susan Smith has become the first person to complete the video game Grand Theft Auto on a microwave. Smith, who is a self-proclaimed microwave enthusiast, spent 4 years converting her microwave into a fully functional gaming device. Her perseverance paid off when she finally completed the game, which is known for its complex missions and challenging gameplay, late last night. I've always loved video games, but I also love my microwave, so I wanted to combine my two passions, Smith said in an interview. Her achievement has gone viral on social media, with many gamers expressing their astonishment and admiration. I've been playing Grand Theft Auto for years, and I still haven't finished it on a regular console, said one gamer. This woman is a legend. Smith plans to continue gaming on her microwave, and has already set her sights on completing Call of Duty next.
Let's see what's happening with the weather.
The sky is dark and the winds are roaring, but don't be afraid, my friends, for this is the perfect time for growth and change. The storm outside is a symbol of the tempest within us all. It is a reminder that we must face our fears and conquer them. The lightning illuminates the darkness, revealing the shadows that we must confront. Let the thunder shake you to your core and awaken the primal instincts within you. Embrace the chaos and emerge stronger. For in the eye of the storm lies the opportunity for transformation and rebirth. So go forth, brave the storm and harness its power. Let it shape you into the person you are meant to be. Or else.
We've come to the end of today's top stories. Join us next time, when we'll be reporting from outer space, with the help of our alien friend, Bob. Good evening, Rita. Did you hear the weather forecast for today?
Of course, Rex. I'm a news anchor, remember?
Well, did you hear that it's going to be a bit cooler than yesterday?
Yes, Rex. I heard that on the way in this morning.
Oh, well, excuse me for trying to make conversation with my co-anchor.
No need to get defensive, Rex. I'm just teasing you.
I know. I'm just sensitive about my small talk skills.
Don't worry, Rex. You're doing just fine.
Residents of the small town of Sweetville were left shaken after a giant chocolate bunny was seen roaming the streets late last night. Eyewitnesses reported that the bunny was over 10 feet tall and made entirely out of chocolate. It allegedly hopped down Main Street, causing chaos as people ran in fear. Local authorities were called to the scene but were unable to capture the bunny as it disappeared into the night. Sweetville's mayor, Willy Wonka, held a press conference this morning to address the incident. "We are taking this very seriously and have launched an investigation into the origins of this chocolate bunny," he stated. "We want to assure our citizens that we will do everything in our power to bring this bunny to justice." Theories about the bunny's origin are running rampant in Sweetville, with some residents speculating that it may have escaped from Mr. Wonka's chocolate factory. However, Mr. Wonka denies any involvement and has offered a reward for anyone with information that leads to the capture of the chocolate bunny. In the meantime, Sweetville residents are advised to stay indoors and keep their Easter candy under lock and key. Mayor Jim Phonybill of Anytown is making history with his invention of the world's first glitter-powered flying car. At a press conference today, Mayor Phonybill proudly showed off his latest invention, an innovative glitter car that he claims will revolutionize transportation. "This is a huge moment for Anytown," said Phonybill at the event. "My glitter car can speed up to 200 miles per hour with just a sprinkle of glitter and a few drops of motor oil." He then proceeded to demonstrate the success of his invention by taking the glitter car for a joyride around the city block, much to the amazement of the attending crowd. Mayor Phonybill also announced plans to mass-produce the glitter car for sale worldwide in the coming months. "The potential for this technology is immense," he said. "It's a major step forward for transportation, and I'm confident that it will make a big difference in people's lives." After the demonstration, the crowd of attendees burst into cheers and applause, excited to see the success of Mayor Phonybill's glitter car. "It looks like Anytown may have just made history."
Wendy Robinson was amazed when a knock came at her door one day. When she opened it, she was greeted by a team of scientists. It turns out that there had been unusual seismic readings coming from underneath her house, and the scientists wanted to investigate. To Wendy's surprise, the scientists unearthed a never-before-seen species of lizard. The lizard, which they named Wendy's lizard, had 2 tails and appeared to be capable of understanding human language. Further investigations are currently underway to see if Wendy's lizard can be trained to understand commands. Customers at Lester's grocery store in Springfield, Illinois were bewildered when a strange sight graced the frozen food aisle late on Thursday afternoon. Hundreds of strawberry popsicles, each neatly arranged in their displays, suddenly began to move and dance with each other in an unknown pattern. Vera May, an elderly woman who was shopping at the time, got an excellent view of the spectacle. "I was there, and I saw them jigging up and down," she said. "It was like the entire display was alive. I've never seen anything like it." When asked for comment, the store manager, Alfred Craig, was speechless. "It was too strange to be believed," he said. "It was like a dream that hit me over the head." No one seems to know what caused the phenomenon, but some customers refuse to let go of the event easily. "I'm just glad I was there to see it," said John Lane, a lively 25-year-old shopper. "I'm not sure I'll ever forget it. Maybe there's something special about Lester's that brings these things to life." Now let's go to our field reporter to see what's going on around town.
Thanks for joining us today to recount your experience of witnessing the Martian astronauts return to Earth. What was it like?
Well, it was definitely one of the strangest things I've ever seen. I mean, here's this dusty-looking guy in some kind of spacesuit fresh out of a 17-year mission coming down from the sky.
That does sound a bit strange. What happened next?
Well, he just landed and the crowd gathered around to get a good look at him. He didn't seem too talkative and all he said was hello before he walked away.
Okay, so what did you make of the whole experience?
It was surreal. After 17 years out in space, you'd expect someone to have some incredible stories to tell, but it seemed he had none. He was just a man who seemed out of place, who had been on an unimaginable odyssey and now was back with nothing to say.
You heard it here first. Now back to the studio.
Welcome back, Rex and Rita. Today, I have something truly out of the ordinary to show you. It's called the Snow Scoot Extreme.
Oh boy, here we go again with another weird invention.
Seriously, Rick? A snowboard? How innovative.
Well, Rita, the Snow Scoot Extreme is not just any snowboard. It's unlike anything you've ever seen.
Sure, Rick. Because we all know snowboarding isn't thrilling enough as it is.
Right, Rex. I can't believe someone actually thought this was a good idea.
Guys, hear me out. The Snow Scoot Extreme combines the best of snowboarding and scooters. It's perfect for those who want to experience both sports at once.
Because what's better than being terrible at two sports instead of just one?
And let's not forget the added danger of trying to balance while riding this thing. It's a disaster waiting to happen.
I understand your skepticism, but there's a growing community of Snow Scoot Extreme enthusiasts. They find it exhilarating.
Oh, I'm sure they find it exhilarating, Rick. Falling on their faces repeatedly must be quite the thrill.
I can already hear the emergency rooms filling up with Snow Scoot Extreme victims. Perfect winter entertainment, right?
All right. Maybe the Snow Scoot Extreme is not for everyone. But hey, at least it brings some excitement to the slopes, right?
Just what we needed, more chaos on the slopes. Thanks for sharing, Rick.
Absolutely. Thanks for enlightening us with this gem of an invention, Rick.
Gamers were stunned when Toothful Adventures hit the market. The makers of the game had collaborated with the dental industry to create the most realistic and accurate depiction of teeth and gums ever seen in a video game. The game requires players to save Toothful from an evil wizard who is stealing everyone's teeth. The game uses 3D scans of real teeth to create the characters' movements and expressions. The main character, Dr. Molar, uses a special toothbrush weapon to defeat enemies and restore missing teeth. The game's developers hoped that it will encourage players to take better care of their teeth and visit the dentist regularly.
Let's see what's happening with the weather.
Listen up, citizens. Today's weather is not to be taken lightly. Our radars have detected an army of cotton balls descending upon our city like a swarm of bloodthirsty bees. They may look soft and innocent, but make no mistake, they are deadly. These cotton balls are packing some serious static electricity that can zap you right off your feet. The wind gusts will make them dart across the city, hitting everything in their path. It's like trying to dodge a hailstorm of tiny, adorable bowling balls. Stay indoors, stay safe, and let's hope this cotton invasion blows over soon.
We've come to the end of today's top stories. Join us next time, when we'll be reporting from outer space, with the help of our alien friend, Bob. Good evening, folks. I'm Rex, and joining me tonight is my colleague, Rita.
Hi, Rex. It's great to be here. Although, I have to say, you seem a bit tense today. Did you forget to have your morning coffee?
Ha, very funny, Rita. I'm perfectly fine, thank you. Unlike someone I know who forgot to finish reading her notes before coming on air.
Oh, come on, Rex. You're going to bring that up again? I only missed a few lines. It's not the end of the world.
Well, it's just not very professional, is it? And I thought you were supposed to be the responsible one on this team.
Excuse me? Last time I checked, we were both responsible for delivering the news accurately and objectively. And if I recall correctly, you were the one who mispronounced the mayor's name last week.
Hey, that was a slip of the tongue. Besides, at least I didn't wear a shirt that's 2 sizes too small for me on national television.
What? My shirt fits me perfectly fine, thank you very much. And I think you're just jealous that you can't pull off a fitted look like I can.
Jealous? Ha! That's a good one, Rita. I wouldn't be caught dead in that monstrosity you call a shirt.
Well, lucky for you, you don't have to. Now, can we please focus on the task at hand and give our viewers the latest news updates?
In a bizarre turn of events, local resident Jack Frost thought he had scored a great deal by selling his old refrigerator to an Eskimo who was passing through town. However, it seems that the new owner was not pleased with the purchase and has given Jack the cold shoulder. According to Jack, the Eskimo showed up at his doorstep a few days later with the refrigerator in tow, complaining that it was not keeping his food cold enough. Jack tried to explain that the refrigerator was not designed for extreme cold temperatures, but the Eskimo was not satisfied. Jack has now offered to refund the purchase price, but the Eskimo has yet to warm up to the idea. Jack is now left with a refrigerator he can't use and an Eskimo who won't speak to him.
In a stunning turn of events, local man Jerry Smith has discovered the secret to time travel, hidden in his trusty toaster oven. According to Smith, he was toasting a bagel when he noticed a strange voice emanating from the appliance. "I thought I was going crazy," he said. "But then I realized it was calling out dates." Smith claims that he discovered the toaster oven could transport him to any time period by entering the date into the control panel. Smith has reportedly visited such historic moments as the signing of the Declaration of Independence, the Woodstock Festival, and even the future year of 2050. "It's amazing," Smith said. "But I always make sure to set my toaster oven on low before I leave." Experts are baffled by the discovery and are calling for further investigation. Meanwhile, Smith says he plans to use his new power to win the lottery in the past and even visit the dinosaurs. "The possibilities are endless," he said. Jim Thomas, a resident of Austin, Texas, was pulled over for a seemingly normal traffic stop when police made an unexpected discovery in his trunk, a malfunctioning robot about the size of a small person. Even more startling, Mr. Thomas had no idea when or where he had acquired the mysterious robot. The police sent the robot to a robotics expert for analysis, but the only conclusion they could draw was that it was of an unknown origin due to its intricate construction and surprising level of sophistication. As the investigation continued, police eventually determined that Mr. Thomas had unknowingly been given the robot by his neighbor Stan Williams, who had found it during an expedition to a long-abandoned research facility in the Nevada desert. According to Mr. Williams, the robot seemed to be activated when Jim was present and it was likely programmed to work with him. Though fully functional, the robot gave off a strange energy and emitted a strange humming noise whenever it was around. Despite the robot's mysterious origins, no crime was committed and Mr. Thomas was allowed to keep the robot. To this day, both Jim and Stan are unsure of the robot's true purpose, but they both agree that it serves an important role in Jim's life. Now let's go to our field reporter to see what's going on around town.
So Jeb, tell me about the scene when the comedian told the joke.
It was pretty wild. People were literally jumping out of their seats. When the punchline came, everyone went crazy. Some people were clucking like chickens, and some were even dancing like eggs.
Wow, that sounds like quite the extravaganza. What was it about the joke that got everyone so excited?
Well, the joke was about a chicken farmer who was trying to increase his laying hens output. When the punchline came, and that's why the farmer said his chickens were ecstatic, everyone just lost it. It was hilarious.
You heard it here first. Now back to the studio.
Welcome back to our daytime news segment. Today, I have something quite peculiar to show you. It's called the Noisy Neighbor Air Horn and it claims to help you deal with annoying neighbors.
Oh please, Rick. An air horn to deal with neighbors? Are they serious? What's next, a catapult to launch tomatoes at them?
Haha, it sounds like a ridiculous idea to me, Rex. I can't imagine anyone actually using this thing. Can you, Rick?
Well, Rita and Rex, I understand your skepticism. This product certainly caught my attention, so I decided to give it a go. Let me demonstrate how it works.
Go ahead, Rick. I'm dying to see how this magical air horn tackles the age-old problem of noisy neighbors.
Alright, here we go. Rick blows the air horn.
Oh my ears. That is loud. But really, Rick, Do you honestly think that's going to make your neighbors suddenly quiet down?
Yeah, Rick, I bet they'll appreciate being woken up by the sound of an air horn in the middle of the night. That'll sure teach them a lesson.
Well, it's true that the noisy neighbor air horn is quite loud, but it's designed to startle and grab attention, making people aware of the noise they're making and hopefully prompting them to quiet down.
Rick, I think the best way to deal with noisy neighbors is through conversation and kindness, not by blasting them with an air horn. This product just seems like a silly gimmick.
Absolutely, Rita. The only use I see for this is maybe scaring away some birds from your garden. But as a neighbor noise solution? Give me a break.
Well, Rex and Rita, you both make valid points. The noisy neighbor air horn might not be for everyone, but hey, it's an interesting concept nonetheless. Back to you at the studio.
The video gaming industry is always on the lookout for the next big technological advancement that can make games bigger, better, and more appealing than ever before. But now, a new game is about to shake things up, using a revolutionary technology never seen before in video gaming. The game, called Inner Worlds, is set to be released later this year, and promises to provide players with an immersive gaming experience by harnessing technology normally used in the medical industry. The unique game engine was developed by renowned game developer Benjamin Pokes, who was inspired by a chance conversation with a medical scientist. The medical industry's advanced sensors and imaging devices, normally used to monitor the health of patients, will be integrated into the game, allowing players to monitor and improve their in-game performance by logging their breathing and heart rate. This real-time feedback even allows players to interact with the game in a way never seen before. This is a huge breakthrough for video gaming, Benjamin said in a press statement. We are now able to connect gamers on a deeper level than ever before, and offer them a truly unique gaming experience. No doubt other game developers will be watching Inner Worlds closely, eager to see if the new technology succeeds. It could change the way video games are played forever.
Let's see what's happening with the weather.
Good morning, brave citizens. Today's weather is one to get your heart racing and your pulse pumping. The sky is dark and foreboding, with swirling clouds that seem to be ready to unleash their fury upon us. But fear not, for we are not weak and feeble. We are strong and resilient, ready to face whatever Mother Nature throws our way. Let the thunder and lightning fuel your courage and determination. Let the rain drench you in a baptism of steel. Let the wind carry you to victory. For we will not be cowed nor defeated. We will emerge victorious from this battle with the elements, and we will show the world what true strength looks like. Remember this phrase: when life gives you storms, build a shelter made of fear and suffering. Now, go out there and face the day with the ferocity of 1,000 storms.
We've come to the end of today's top stories. Join us next time, when we'll be reporting from outer space, with the help of our alien friend, Bob. Good evening, viewers, and welcome to our broadcast. It's a great day to be alive and share the news with you all.
Rex. It's actually evening, not morning.
Thanks for the correction, Captain Obvious. I'm sure our viewers couldn't tell the difference.
Well, I wouldn't want our viewers to be confused and think they woke up in the wrong time zone.
Well, at least I didn't forget my coffee this morning like someone did.
First of all, it's evening. Second of all, I didn't forget my coffee. I just chose not to drink it.
Wow, someone's a little snappy today. Did you miss your nap, Rita?
I'll have you know I took a power nap before coming in today. Maybe you should try it sometime, Rex.
John Smith, a 32-year-old man from small-town USA, claims he has discovered the secret to immortality. He says he has been eating only ketchup packets for the past year and has never felt better. Smith claims that he stumbled upon this strange diet after running out of food one day and finding a stash of ketchup packets in his pantry. He decided to give them a try and was surprised to find that he no longer had any physical ailments, including never having to use the restroom anymore. Since then, Smith has been eating an average of 60 ketchup packets a day. Doctors have warned him about the dangers of such a diet, but Smith remains adamant that he has found the key to eternal life. He plans on starting a ketchup-only restaurant chain and also hopes to enter the Guinness World Records for most ketchup packets consumed in a day. City police arrested Miles Davis after receiving numerous complaints about a loud noise coming from his residence. The police department received several calls from neighbors who claimed that they could hear loud music resembling rock and roll genre not only inside but also outside the house. When police reached Miles' house, they found that he was on stage, playing guitar and shouting into the microphone. Miles, who had apparently taken the name of the American rock band The Doors too seriously, was completely unaware that he was disturbing the peace of his neighbors. Miles was charged with creating a public disturbance and taken to the city jail.
Joe Smith, a 32-year-old resident of New York, was elated to find out that he was the lucky winner of a $10 million sweepstakes. He was so excited, in fact, that he immediately called up his best friend, Odin Sherwood, to share the news with him. But what Joe didn't know was that when he sent Odin the physical check for his winnings, he accidentally got the routing number wrong, and the check ended up in the wrong hands. As Joe was celebrating his good fortune, Odin was helping a mysterious recipient deposit the check at the bank. When Joe found out, he was devastated and could hardly believe his mistake. He isn't so sure he'll ever be able to collect his winnings, and Odin has sworn to do his best to find the person who received the check anonymously. Until then, Joe can only hope that he's been blessed with a heck of a lot of luck. Now let's go to our field reporter to see what's going on around town.
So, Jeb, tell us what you witnessed yesterday.
Well, I was walking by this bank and all of a sudden I saw this huge pack of cats charging toward the front door of the bank. It was crazy.
That does sound pretty wild. Did you get a chance to talk to the owner of the cats?
Well, I did. It was this peculiar old man who claimed to have trained the cats to rob the bank. He said they had been practicing for weeks.
Wow, that is quite a story. Did the cats manage to break into the bank?
Actually, no. The cats stopped before they reached the door. They all just sat there and meowed at the security guards. Eventually the police arrived and the old man was arrested.
You heard it here first. Now back to the studio.
Welcome back to our segment. Today, I have a weird new product to show you both.
Oh boy, what is it this time? Some kind of taco-shaped gadget?
Well, actually yes. It's called the Taco Gizmo and it's a taco holder with a twist.
Oh great, because the world definitely needed a fancy contraption just to hold tacos.
Well, it's not just any taco holder. The Taco Gizmo has adjustable arms that can hold any sized taco, from tiny street tacos to monster-sized burritos.
Wow, groundbreaking. Now tell me, does it come with a built-in salsa dispenser too?
And does it magically prevent your taco from ever falling apart, because that would be a real game changer?
No, it doesn't have those features. But it does come in a variety of colors.
Wow, now I'm convinced. How did we ever survive without a taco holder that matches our kitchen decor?
Come on, guys. The Taco Gizmo is here to bring convenience and stability to your taco eating experience.
Convenience? Like we really needed an extra gadget cluttering up our kitchen drawers.
Maybe it's just me, but I think taco shells have been holding themselves together pretty well for centuries without the help of a plastic stand.
Well, I can see you both aren't too impressed. But for taco enthusiasts out there, the Taco Gizmo might just be their dream come true.
Yeah, their dream of having one more